Jared Leto is out here running a cult in Croatia like it's a Goop-sponsored music festival, minus the consent and plus a severed ear. Maybe more like a fire festival.
God. Meanwhile, over in NYC, our next gen babes are giving us chaos, couture, and confessionals we didn't know we needed.
Honestly, they're refreshing. Nepo adjacent, yes, but self-aware, stylish, and unhinged enough to keep it fun.
So today we're talking celebrity cult leaders, hot young New Yorkers, and the thin line between charisma and a red flag.
This is crime, cocktails, and BS. Pour a drink and praise be to the echelon. Yeah, before we dive into this cult.
Just say hi.
Oh, hi.
Hi, welcome to Crime, Cocktails, and BS. I'm Alex. That's Kaisa.
Hey.
Today, we've been doing this for so long and you forgot how to say hi.
Yeah, I wanted to just get into it, okay?
We're so excited to talk about
So
this.
excited.
So excited. Okay, so today, because we're so excited, we're diving into Jared Leto's Mars Island, in quotes, cult, a fresh dose of reality TV with Next Gen NYC, and a cocktail you might want to sip with caution.
Hmm.
Thanks, Chat GBT.
This is the raspberry roster. This
Oh,
cute little
Jesus
glass.
Christ.
What?
Raspberry roster?
Yeah.
Tell me more.
She's 24, lives in Tribeca, has a podcast, and this is her drink order, okay?
Did you just make fun of us by
Yeah,
also
I
doing that?
did. I did.
Add
I
like 12 years to it, and yeah, that's
I
literally.
did, and we're gonna purse the glass, okay?
Where's the
Um,
glass?
purse it. So this is vodka for the cocktail. Vodka, fresh muddled raspberries and mint, simple syrup, and with Prosecco. And then we have this lovely raspberry mint leaf lemon garnish. And to make it a mocktail, just swap out the vodka for any sparkling wine.
Non-alcoholic
Yeah,
sparkling wine.
NA. Sorry. Duh.
Whatever.
Obs, guys. Obs. Okay.
I'm here for consistency purposes.
I know. Thank you. I'm just all over the place.
It's one of those days. We literally were just talking about this. It's like, I don't know right now what's in the air, where the planets are, all that shit. But
Yeah, everyone's saying it's wild out there. So,
it's the Wild West, but everywhere. I'd love to watch a duel. Weird.
a duel between Jared Leto and someone else.
Oh, you really want to get into this? Is
I'm
that your
so excited because it's wild.
it is? Let's talk cults,
Yes.
which is one of our favorite topics we don't cover enough, in my opinion.
Yeah. So I've been seeing this like popping up on social media, and then you brought it to my attention, and I had no clue all of the stuff that's going on with Jared Leto. So,
Well, let's face it, he's just kind of creepy in general.
oh my God. Yeah, and we'll talk about it. But after, like, while doing my research, I watched a bunch of videos of him in interviews, and he is so creepy and like sexual and aggressive, and like, it's just not okay.
But like, did I have a crush on him 12 years ago? Yeah, absolutely. Did I
Yeah.
go to 30 Seconds to Mars concert? Yeah,
Yeah.
I did.
You did. Oh my gosh. Can't wait
My
to hear
eye
about
is twitching thinking
that.
about
I can't
it.
see it.
It's like freaking out because it's like that was all bad, 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 red flag.
Trauma. Trauma.
No,
Um,
this isn't shit I talk about in therapy, but it maybe.
Oh gosh. I can't wait to hear about the concert and all of that. So Leto, wow, I can't talk, has had a multifaceted career, as we know. In case you don't know, he gained fame for his role on the TV series My So-Called Life, which I never watched, but I know you
Oh, but
did.
I did.
Yeah. That's
I did. The fact that you didn't watch, I think you should just watch it now.
okay.
Claire Danes as like
Hmm.
the lead role. And Jared Leto plays this character called Jordan Catalano. And you find out one of the episodes he's illiterate. And literally the line is Jordan Catalano can't read. And I used to just scream it at my friends. By the way, never watched the show. And they were like, what the who is Jordan? Like, who is this
What?
person? Like, guys, with it. Like,
I can
be
see that. I can see you doing that.
yeah. And so it's anytime I think about Jared Leto, I'm just like, yeah, he can't read. And no one gets it, but now you do. So
I
that
get
helps.
it now. I'm in.
I'm sure
I'm
there's other
in.
people in my life who get it, but I just don't say it around them.
Gotta bring it back.
It's one of my vocal stems that
I love this.
for me.
Um, so he's been in so many movies. Requiem for a Dream was one of the big ones.
Do you remember watching that for the first time?
Yeah, it really mentally fucked me up.
Yeah, like the end in particular.
It's all so
Not
dark. Dallas Buyers Club, where he won an Academy Award. He's also the lead vocalist, songwriter, and plays multiple instruments for 30 Seconds to Mars, which Alex went to a concert of.
I
Um,
don't even remember when. It was like,
wait, you went multiple times?
oh, I went once.
Oh, okay.
Time deal.
Well,
And it
that's
was
good.
like outdoors and
I'm glad you're
yeah.
not a cult follower. He has cultivated an intense cult-like relationship with his band's fans, known as the Echelon. So he did some weird things. There was a contest to sleep in his bed or coffin. I don't know much more about that, but he also wore a necklace made from a fan's severed ear. This guy cut his own ear off and mailed it to him, and he wore it as a necklace. So that's nasty.
That deteriorate over time.
I have no clue. Maybe it's preserved.
Like
Sounds
smell
so
or like
disgusting.
that's first of all, it's just fucking weird.
Also, ow.
Yeah. Like I get it. Van Gogh did it.
I
Like we get it.
know. It's
But
like
that was to his lover. And like and yet guys can't form a full sentence to ask you on a date. So it's fine.
they can't even pay the bill. So he also hosts Camp Mars, which we'll talk about. He also has had several incidents that show a pattern of sexual fan engagement, power imbalance, and alleged boundary violations. I am struggling today, and we will talk about that in more detail.
Yeah. So back in 2020, I don't speak French, but I'll try. L'Officiel published an article documenting how in 2019 the band held the immersive Mars Island. Now I can't talk today. This is great. They hosted the first immersive Mars Island retreat, which was a 3-day festival in Croatia. For the 3 days, fans, many of them young women, no real surprise there, and some paying more than $6,500 to be there, meditated, chanted, lounged barefoot in caftans alongside Jared Leto. The band leaned into it with taking to Twitter with a photo of Leto with hundreds of fans, again, mostly women, following him in all white with the caption, "Yes, this is a cult." They've embraced the phrase so much that over the years it's appeared on the band's merch and in their music videos. So there have been a lot of things that have come out about Jared Leto over the years, which I think Kaisa has.
Yes, okay. So since 2005, reports have linked to Leto to pursuing teen models and engaging in questionable behavior towards young women, obviously, like you said. Multiple women say they have had sexual or exploitative experiences with Leto as minors or shortly after turning 18. He is into the youngins, allegedly. He's also had some weird violent outbursts. My boy Elijah Wood came out and spoke about a time when he said he didn't really like his band and he lost his mind and he said, "I heard you've been talking shit about my band." And he actually pushed him against the wall and choked him, grabbed him by the neck.
Leave Elijah Wood alone.
Leave him alone. He's a
He
tiny
does.
little angel baby. There have been several other people who have come out saying that he has attacked them in some physical or like aggressive way. Yeah, and there are a lot of like videos you can see him like touching other celebrities in a really creepy way or like saying like getting really like it seems like he's on a hallucinogenic drug almost. He's like
All the
your
time.
eyes are yeah, he's like so creepy. I don't I
Crazy.
don't like it.
No, do I?
So a lot of people have come out recently. There are a lot of allegations coming out. And do we want to dive into that?
Yeah, absolutely. So, an article on June 7th, 2025, came out on Airmail by senior editor Elena Calvarino, or Clavarino. I can't read apparently today either, like his character. She published an article entitled The Cult of Jared Leto with the subtitle, He has acted in everything from American Psycho to House of Gucci. Now Jared Leto stands accused of I I need to go home. I am home, but you know what I mean. He's been accused of impropriety by 9 women.
Hmm.
So in the article, it's detailed that 9 women have come forward to accuse Leto engaging in inappropriate behavior over the years, including flirting with teenagers, like Kaisa said. One included in the article said back in 2006, when she was just 16, he approached her outside a cafe in Los Angeles. He was apparently sitting with Ashley Olsen, who he was linked to dating at the time, and she was 19. And apparently, according to this woman, Leto grabbed her arm. She looked down and it was Jared Leto, so she was kind of starstruck by him. She said they had a quick conversation. He got her number and he called her a few days later. She said, I don't know if he was on drugs. It was the weirdest and grossest voice. But for me, it was Jared Leto. So, like, what was I going to do? She said he was hosting a party at his house that evening and he invited her. She declined, saying that she didn't even have a driver's license, but Jared Leto kept calling her always at 1, 2, or 3 in the morning. And the conversations turned sexual. He'd ask her things like, have you ever had a boyfriend? Have you ever sucked a dick? You know, just like very casual
Just
questions you ask someone you've met once in a cafe, really quick.
obviously.
Yeah. Then model Laura LaRue recounted a similar experience that in 2008, when she was also 16, she was at an event at a private residence in Beverly Hills where apparently he was watching her super intensely. He asked how old she was. She said she was 16. How old are you? She asked. He was apparently 36 at the time and proceeded to ask for her number. They started emailing, I guess, which then led to Leto visiting her home in 2009. And she remembers him teasing her the whole time she was there. He was flirting with her. He'd lean in close and pull away like it was a game. With all of this information from the model, there was a statement from Leto's representative saying that their communication contained nothing sexual or inappropriate. And LaRue later applied to work as Mr. Leto's personal assistant, further underscoring the absence of anything inappropriate in their interactions. She denies ever applying for a job with.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah. And then during a separate visit, when she was 17 years old, Leto apparently walked out of a room completely naked. She said he just walked out, dick out, like it was normal. I thought maybe this was just what adult men do.
No,
No,
no.
no. Yeah, and this article just keeps going in, just essentially showing how he's done this with so many different women
Yeah.
and super young. So there was actually
The
this
TikToker.
talk. Yes, do you want to talk about it?
Sure. So, an anonymous TikToker alleges Leto met her at 30 Seconds to Mars concert when she was 17 and he was in his mid 30s. He flirted heavily, calling her Lolita and saying things like, I'll be your birthday present. So creepy. He tracked her birthday and waited for her to turn 18 before initiating sex, knowing she was a virgin. Yuck. Before her 18th, Leto allegedly touched her sexually, though, including groping her and licking her neck. She describes a clear power imbalance and emotional manipulation. If you watch any videos of him, he is clearly like getting off on being powerful and famous. Like it's very clear that like turns him on in a gross way. Reddit users have supported the TikToker's post with corroborating stories describing a long pattern of similar behaviors. Lots of people have come out. I don't know what stories are true and what whose aren't, but a lot of people have said that he has like pursued them when they were under 18 and like tracked them very closely to see when they turn 18. Ugh, it's just really gross. So Leto's team categorically denies all claims, calling them I can't talk. Demonstrably false and maintaining that no inappropriate behavior has occurred. Communications were sexual, they were not sexual, no boundaries were crossed, noting he's been sober for 35 years and no misconduct has occurred. I don't believe that he's been sober.
Yeah, no.
He is clearly on some drugs, allegedly. My opinion, my opinion. His representatives assert that some women even applied to be his assistant, like you said. Those claims are strongly disputed. So he's trying to like come up with a way where they are just trying to make money off of him or get close to him for fame or like a job, when he was the one creeping on them. So
I mean, how many times have we seen that though?
yeah.
No. Like, how many famous guys, I mean, because let's face it, we see it more with men than women, have like tried saying they applied for I mean, look at the Diddy case.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, yes, that's like an absolute extreme, but it's happening right now. So, like, let's just use that as an example. But he's saying, like, well, she wanted to work for me, or she was my girlfriend, or whatever, you know?
Mm-hmm. It's making them the pursuer or them the reason why they're in his life in some way.
But, like, why is it that it's always a Lolita reference? Have they never read the book?
Right?
It doesn't end
It does
well.
not end well. And yeah, there's so many songs about it too. And it's just like, it's not just like a
Even
cute love
watch the
story.
movie. Jeremy Irons is in it. Like, crash course in it before you start referring to someone as Lolita or being like,
Right.
that sounds hot. No, it's gross.
Yeah,
Again, talking about age gap. I feel like this has been a recurring theme.
seriously. It
There's
has.
healthy age gaps and there's disgusting age gaps. If you start calling someone Lolita, that's gross. That's a gross age gap.
Ew.
Ew.
Ew. Oh my gosh. It's just, yeah. And I had no clue he was this like creepy. Like, go
I
watch
mean,
some of his videos.
always behind the eyes.
Yeah. I don't know. I've enjoyed his acting and it sucks now that he's like, now I'm finding out he's so creepy. I,
Yeah, but again, this goes back to like we've talked about it, I feel like a few times on here, and you just said it before the episode even started. It's like, can you separate the like the body of work from the person?
I decided no with Kanye, so
Which is so hard.
I know his music is great, but I can't listen to it anymore. Yeah, I don't know how to feel about that. It sucks. Like,
Well, also apparently Jared Leto and Kanye West are buds.
not surprising.
What a dynamic. Should we talk about some other kinds of dynamics?
Yeah,
Like babies
let's do
on
it.
Next Gen NYC? That was my version of a segue.
That was good.
I didn't know how else to get there. So that's how we did it today. ChatGPT didn't help with that. That was all.
Wow.
I
Wow.
know.
Um,
Can my brain. Who knew?
this group of p youngins, I feel so old.
Oh.
This group is just like really fun and they aren't at all the same like type of person and it's really fun to watch. I'm loving
I
it.
can't believe how much we love it.
Yeah.
I'm preferring watching this than Housewives right now.
I know, same. Like I haven't caught up with Miami and I'm watching this like religiously.
Yeah, I'm not missing. I love this.
Yeah.
And it's such a cool and refreshing thing to see. These Bravo kids are actually I love them.
Yeah.
I was nervous to and you tell me what you think. Like I was nervous to start watching it because I was like, "Oh God, like what are they going to be?" I think because we see them in such a different light on their shows. Like, and we'll get into the cast, but like Ariana Bierman,
Love her. Yeah, I love her. Like they are, I was worried it was going to be like spoiled rich people and I was going to be grossed out. Like I like watching The Wealth on Bravo and stuff, and that's like part of the fun, but I didn't want to see like spoiled Nepo babies, but it actually they have like a lot of struggles. Yes, privilege struggles, but like it's kind of getting deeper and I like it.
so let's run through the cast of, I was going to say cast of characters, and I'm like, but they're not really
Kind of.
characters. So we have Brooks Marks, who is my new favorite DJ, Meredith Marks' son.
Yes, that's what she's known for.
Yeah, absolutely. No. So we have Salt Lake City, New Jersey, and Atlanta represented on the show. So we have Brooks, we have Gia Giudice, who's Teresa's daughter. We have Riley Burris, who was Candy's daughter, and then we have Ariana Bierman, who's Kim Zolciak's daughter, which is like kind of mind-blowing to have these women's children on the show.
Wait,
I
did
don't
you
know. Of
say Gia too?
course I said
Okay,
Gia.
good.
Gia to me is actually so relatable.
Yeah, I like her.
Especially when she's like, I don't want to drive into the city right now. Like I'm home, I'm in
Mhm.
Jersey. You guys are really gonna make me go there. I'm like, that's me even going like 20 minutes down the street. I'm like, you guys want me to go out now?
Same. Same. And I don't like how the rest of the cast is like trashy Jersey. Like, I don't know. Anywho, we also have Ava Dash, who is Becky with the good hair's daughter.
Can you believe that?
Like, what? And then Damon Dash is the producer for like Jay-Z,
And Rockaware.
yeah, and like
Remember
that
Rockaware?
made Jay-Z like rich. Like that was what made him rich. Also Diddy and Aaliyah, like
Yeah,
he's in a ton of photos with Diddy, so that's a thing.
that's a
Intriguing
thing.
that she's on the show. I don't know. It's kind
Oh,
of
and then
chaotic.
mom's Becky with the good hair. There's like so many. For anyone who's watching and doesn't understand that reference,
Rachel Ford.
Beyonce's Lemonade album, when she calls out Jay-Z for cheating on her and she says, Becky with the good hair, this is who she's referring to.
Mm-hmm. And it's all like it hasn't been confirmed, but it is.
It's all a legend.
Yeah, it's all legend. Um, we have Amira Despain, who is a former Paper Magazine beauty director, viral TikToker, and she is now the Bravo's first full-time trans cast member, which is exciting. She's fucking gorgeous. I love her. And I really love that they're not like calling out the trans stuff. Like they're not like making that her personality, you know?
Yeah, it's not her storyline. And
Yeah.
it's also great to see that representation on a different network or than seeing it just on like Drag Race.
Yeah.
So I
Really
appreciate
cool.
I like
Mhm.
her and I love her. Her TikToks are amazing and like
Yeah,
she
she's really.
personality is great. She's definitely a ride or die. She's a girl's girl.
Hmm.
We don't actually see a lot of these days.
No. Except on Love Island. Just kidding. We have Georgia McCann, who is like New Yorker to the core. I'm like, what do you think about her? Because it's people
She's
have
growing
opinions.
on me.
Yeah.
I think at first, when, like when you hear their first confessionals and it's them essentially like explaining themselves, she was like, I'm a New Yorker. And the second you hear that, I'm like, okay, like, I don't know if I'm gonna like you. Like, if that's gonna be your personality trait, is like, I'm a New Yorker. I'm like, I don't know about this. But then when she starts talking about her family and how she grew up and everything, I was like, okay, I understand now why you are putting so much emphasis on this hustle
Yeah.
mentality. Yeah, she's starting to grow on me. We'll get into some of the moments that have happened on the show, but yeah, I think we're only 4 episodes in right now. So the fact that she's starting to like, I don't know, I'm saying it, she's starting to win me over. Like,
Yeah.
big deal. Yeah.
I really
I
like her. I think so. I have a lot of friends who lived in New York and I visited a lot, and she's the only one that like feels actually like she belongs there and like
know exactly, which is
what she
why her
does. Yeah.
saying I'm a New Yorker actually makes sense. It's when it's the people who say it and you're like,
Yeah, it's like yeah, and she has that like grit and grunge and like rough around the edges, but like weird and funny. I don't know. I really like her. I like her a lot.
I loved her with her non-boyfriend boyfriend
Yeah.
in his office where she's like, okay, we're gonna throw an event. And here, what's like the top three things that the event needs to be? And he's like,
Sexy.
fun. And she's like, yeah, like
Bowling.
we got a bowl. And I was like, I'd actually go to that.
Yeah, same.
Cool.
Let's see it happen.
Yeah.
Who are we forgetting?
You're forgetting Charlie.
Charlie. Initial thoughts on Charlie.
This is what I wrote down in my notes. He wants to be able to say Jax Taylor walked so I could run, but there is a difference between the two because there was a time when Jax showed some small glimmers of hope or likability.
Yes. He's like the sad rich kid and like
But he's a dick.
he's a dick. But like his family story is fucked up.
His dad's an asshole.
Yeah, his dad's not okay. He like
No,
competes with him constantly.
yeah.
And it's weird and they're like betting money on each other. It's like, bro, it's all the dad's money anyway.
Yeah, I mean,
Um
I think for him, he's the oldest cast member. He's 29.
yeah.
He has that moment when the cameras are in his apartment and he's just like rolling joints and he's like,
He's like, don't show anything
yeah,
bad.
he's like, "Can you guys tell me if like there's things in the frame that I can move out so it doesn't look like all I do is like roll joints and have dirty dishes." And then they literally are like,
They did
it
him dirty.
shows that I don't think even production likes him because that's how they're editing to show those things, and they included that in there.
They did him so dirty. They were like, look at all the weed, look at all the trash
I
everywhere.
love how petty the Bravo editors and producers are.
Also, I just want to say, if your house is that chaotic and dirty when you have a fucking house cleaner, what is happening?
What are you doing? Like, also just like learn how to clean a dish.
Yeah.
Not hard.
Yeah, he grosses me out.
He's also like we said, there's definitely some like sympathy and empathy towards him based on what we've seen with his interactions with his family.
Yeah.
However, there are things he does that make me feel like he's doing it for the plot, for the show, because I don't think Ava or Georgia would be defending him so much
Hmm.
if this was his personality all the time.
Right. I agree. The thing that like struck me was when he said that he will never have peace until his dad dies. And I
Yeah,
was
that was.
like, oof. Yeah.
He also was like in the car on the way, or he said that in the car. He said that to them when they were just like sitting out at the house. I mean, he's sitting in the car with them going up to his parents' house. So it was Georgia, Brooks,
Hmm.
and they were talking and they were like, they had like this whole conversation about therapy and how so many of them have been in therapy since they were kids and all that. And he's like, I don't think I need therapy now. The therapist was really a mediator between me and my dad. But then out of the other side of his mouth, he's telling Brooks that he should be in therapy for stuff. He's telling Georgia she should be in therapy for stuff. And you can tell it's taking them the wrong way.
Hmm.
They're taking it the wrong way. Or they're taking it not the wrong way. I'd be kind of pissed off if this guy's just been telling me like, I don't need therapy, but you do.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, I think I don't know. I feel bad for him. Like I have empathy towards him, but at the same time, he then does things where I'm like, oh, no, you were so close to having me on your side, dude.
Yep.
Um,
I agree. We'll see what happens with him. Maybe, I don't know.
what
Maybe
are some of the highlights from the show so far? Like, what are some of your favorite moments?
what is Brooke's dad's name again? Oh my
Beth.
God. Yeah, Seth. He is so like I don't get why he's on the show so much, and I don't get why he's having conversations with Brooke's friends alone without telling them, and like,
I think, as Brooks explained it, normally when kids go to college or they move out and stuff, the parents are usually in place and the kids usually go away. And he explained it perfectly with being like, my siblings and I all live in New York now, so our parents decided that they were gonna like come and essentially like move here part of the time to be with us. Which the Marks family reminds me a lot of my family in the way that I've had people be like, I've never seen a family travel so much to like be around each other. And
Hmm.
I just say it's because we're like, not to make it like a cultural thing, but like we're Italian, so it's just kind of like how it is.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um, my family is just like stupidly close anyways, which I
Right.
love.
Yeah.
Um,
That's good.
but yeah, it's not a normal thing.
He
And I
was
think
just
that's
being
why they're
so
on the show too
creepy.
much.
He was
I
being
thought
creepy.
their interaction when they were golfing, or was it Top Golf? It was some place where they were, or like a, a driving range type deal
Yeah.
in the city. I liked their interaction. I thought, I think Seth as a dad is trying to like be there as much for Brooks as he can, but obviously Brooks is closer to Meredith, his mom. And
Yeah.
he even says it. He's like, I want you to look at me as a mother. Like a father's here, but a mother's just like the next level up. And I was like, that's not like you can tell he wants to have that kind of relationship with Brooks.
But he's being creepy about it.
Well, I think he's just doing it in a way that's just like he's trying, but it's like the wrong way of going about it. Like wearing all the pride gear. And Brooks is like,
Yeah,
yeah,
that was cute. That was kind of
yeah.
cute. Yeah.
Or like asking him questions about his sex life with his boyfriend. And he's like, I am not getting into this with you. And he's like, yeah, but you talk about it with your mom. And he's like, well, that's mom. That's different. Like,
Yeah.
yeah.
What about
Um,
when he said that he wanted to be poly or whatever?
sometimes I think he
What
just
did he
says
say?
say things,
Yeah.
you know?
So
And
is
also
he
like they
saying
live
he's
in,
like slightly gay? Like he's bi or what?
I think he was just trying to like get to me, I almost saw it as like a strategic move to get Charlie comfortable
Yeah.
to talk about how he was really fucked up in the way he was like talking to Brooks about Chloe.
Yeah.
Also, I could totally see my dad doing that when I was like in my 20s. Could totally see it happening.
Oh my gosh. My
I don't
parents just
think,
ignored.
no, again, my family knows way too much about everything that goes on in everyone's lives. It's like ridiculous. That's why we learn how to set boundaries in therapy. But yeah, I think I don't know if that was like staged for the show to have Seth go talk to
It's
Charlie.
weird.
It was definitely weird. Like I would see like I think it wouldn't be weird if Chloe and Charlie had been in a relationship for like a couple years,
Yeah.
and like but even that I don't know. It was just
It's just
it was odd.
strange. Yeah. So how much is he going to be on the show? Anyway, I think Riley Burris is really great. I'm
I
really
love
liking
her.
her. Yeah.
I love her and Ariana reconnecting, like that scene of them in the park
So cute.
talking and Candy sending them a picture of them when they were so little. But what I really loved is seeing the maturity of them,
Hmm.
especially at such a young age, to be like, we both understand that our moms have issues with each other, but we're not going to let how their relationship is affect how our relationship will be.
And that's different in these like Bravo families. So I like that
Yeah,
about.
that made me really happy. And like, especially seeing them come from a place where their moms had like a very public fight and breakup as friends. And to see them be able to like put that aside and be like, that's our mom shit, that's not gonna affect us. It's
Hmm.
it's beautiful, I think, and shows
Cute. Yeah.
maturity. And like I said, I love Riley. I love Ariana.
Hmm.
I'm obsessed with Ariana.
Ariana's like so down to earth. I didn't picture like I never watched their show, the family show, whatever it's called.
I didn't really, yeah.
But fucked up that they took her money.
Yeah, I think that's what really got me to like her is
Yeah.
right away in her confessional, she was like, I was 10 years old. I was on like obviously I was on this show, got my first brand deal, never saw the money.
And it was from like 14 to 18. She was
Yeah.
doing like Instagram ads and stuff. She didn't get any of that. That's crazy.
And like look how her parents are bankrupt all the time.
And she's still making it work in New York. Like, I think good for her. Like, she's really cool, honestly.
I really like her and her boyfriend,
Yeah.
like very cute Hudson, who's like some chicken empire.
Yeah. I do
I
like
love
that
that.
she's trying to like, she doesn't want him to be the like sugar daddy. She wants to,
Oh,
yeah. Yeah.
but I think that's also something she's learned. Like hello, Kim's big thing on season one of Atlanta was like she was with Big Papa and didn't want to share his name because it was like her sugar daddy and like
And look what
all
happened to her.
right. But I think it's like it's huge that she's in that way. And I think it's the same thing with Riley. Like,
Yeah.
granted, Candy has told her you have 1 year. out of college to get your shit together and I'm cutting you off.
Hmm.
She's like, she's got to hit the ground running.
Yeah.
And I like that they're figuring this out. And I also love that they're also leaning on each other, not just because they're Bravo kids. Like, it's, like on the Housewife show, they throw people together and be like, pretend you're friends and like get it together.
Hmm.
Tell these kids, like, I'm calling them kids.
Well, they're kids.
It makes me feel so old.
They're
Um,
basically kids.
the babies here are like they actually like each other, like genuinely like each other, and I love also seeing them come to each other's defense.
Yeah.
What did you think about the hand washing thing? That was so dumb.
I mean, I think it's kind of gross and funny, but
No,
like
it's
it's
disgusting. Wash your
disgusting.
hands, or at least have like a sanitizer thing in your bag.
And like, yeah, the touching the shoe and the fork, I don't know, all of
In
it's
New
gross.
York City, you're in a city, period. Like,
So gross.
wash your fucking hands.
Yeah.
Like, you go to the bathroom, wash your hands.
Really gross. I don't think it needs to be this big of a deal that they keep bringing it up, but
But it's not Riley bringing it up. It's Georgia and Charlie bringing it up. Like, let it go.
yeah. I read, I don't know if this was on the show and I just missed it, but Ava just got evicted from her apartment in New York.
Not on the show.
$10,000 a month and she got kicked out. Like she had warnings and then they kicked her out.
Because she didn't
Like,
pay?
yeah. Because I know she was getting cut off from her family or
Did you
something.
know she has been on Bravo before?
No.
So she was Crystal on Real Housewives of Beverly Hills nanny.
Whoa.
She dated Diana's son.
What? That's crazy. I didn't know
At
that.
that Christmas party where Erica got drunk and started singing.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
So she's not like really that new to Bravo.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, this show is
It's really
it's
good.
yeah, I really like it and I hope they don't try to do like a spin-off of it of like Next Gen LA because I can totally see them
Oh,
doing.
yeah. That would be annoying.
I also like don't know what kids they would use. Are there any other Housewives kids you'd want to see?
What about Atlanta? Who has kids on Atlanta?
I'm trying to think of who has kids that are like old enough, like because I can only think of like really little kids or like the Manzo boys
Yeah.
or like our age or a little older. Like I can't.
I don't know. They picked really good ones.
They really did. I
Yeah.
think the only ones I could like maybe see are Heather Dubrow's kids.
Mm-hmm. It would be interesting to see Salt Lake City kid.
Yeah, like Heather Gay's daughters. I think they'd be cool. You have a face like maybe not.
No, I was just thinking like it would be fun to see a Salt Lake City next gen because of their like Mormon history and some of their parents getting out of Mormonism. Like just all of that would be
Yeah.
interesting. I don't know.
I think that's a cool idea.
Hmm.
Speaking of ideas and thoughts, do you like that?
That was great.
Off the top of my dome. Don't
Wow.
say that again.
Dome.
Don't ever let me say that again. I don't know what year it is.
I literally said lingo the other day and I was like,
No, you didn't.
speaking my lingo. Ew.
Someone got my dad for like a present, like a lingo uh like card game it shows like boomer, Gen X, millennial, and Gen Z phrases. And my dad I was on the phone with him yesterday and he was like quizzing me and my sister he was with.
I love this.
He used way more Gen X terms than millennial terms.
Whoa.
That's why I date older.
I said she ate the other day and I was like, what am I saying?
Oh, gross.
Help. Help. I don't know how to do it.
I was like saying things. My dad's like, nope, that's not it. And I was like, I think I would know.
Yeah. I love your dad.
He's like, I'm on the cusp of boomer and Gen X. I'm like, no, dude, you are absolute boomer. Don't know what you want me to tell you.
Yeah.
Love you to death, man. But you boom.
You boom.
Boom.
Do you want me to ask you first?
Oh, I'd love that.
All right. These are toughies. No,
Thanks
they're not.
for
They're not really. What is the last lie you told?
um
This is so invasive
well, okay, because
question.
you're asking me a question that literally my goal of therapy this past year was like to stop lying. So
Mhm.
thanks so much for making me have to think about it.
Sorry.
You're fine. I probably said I missed someone and I don't.
Oh, yeah. I mean, that's like a white lie. Like you kind of have to say that sometimes, you know?
Oh my God, miss you too. Bye.
Yeah. Um, what is your go-to fake excuse to leave a bad date?
I have to take my dog out.
It's a good one. And it's usually true anyway. So like,
Yeah.
you know?
I don't even know what else I would say. I've gotten better. Like if a date sucks, of just being like, listen, thanks so much for coming out, but
Not
not feeling
feeling it. Good for you for saying like that's hard to do. Public apology video or full ghost mode if something happened like about you in the news or something.
it. Oof. New.
You're
Um,
famous.
I think it's lame to ghost people. Like get mature enough to
Yeah.
just be like, yeah, no.
Yeah.
And saying sorry is actually like it's not that hard if you mean it.
It's really not that hard. Yeah. You're so mature. Um,
Therapy.
what would get you kicked out? Wow, I can't talk. What would get you kicked off of a reality show?
Not because able to keep my mouth shut.
Yeah.
Like I if an NDA is involved, I'm out. I can't not.
Same. What is your dating app combo opener?
I don't have one.
Or like, how do you start a conversation with?
No.
You don't.
It's
You
not
wait for
my
them.
responsibility.
Good for you. Good.
Is that lame?
No, that's good.
No, I think if we match, like be the dude and just be like, I don't care.
Yeah.
Say something.
Yeah.
So I'm old school, I guess. In that
No, I think that's great.
that's why I would never do Bumble. Also, that's where I met the most toxic of my exes. So
I met
never.
friends on Bumble Friends.
Okay, that's like what I would do now.
Yeah,
That's the only thing to do.
it's great.
Yeah, that's really cute. Also, I love that Ariana said that on Next Gen. She was like, "Is there like a Tinder but for friends?" And I wanted to scream through my screen
I
like, "Yeah,
know. I thought
bundle."
of that. Yeah. Crazy. I don't know if it still exists, but whatever.
One way to find out is by using me. It's fine. Okay, you ready?
Yeah.
All right. What's a reality TV moment that lives rent free in your brain?
Merce in the purse.
It's a good one. You anything in the
Merce is in the
purse.
purse. Yeah.
Just in the purse. What's the most unhinged thing you do for VIP access to your favorite band or show?
What is the most unhinged thing?
You would do.
Oh, I can tell you a story of what I have done.
Yes, please. That's so much better.
So my friend Joanna and I, we went to Base Nectar in Minneapolis, and it was like a huge venue. And
Clearly, this was like 20 years ago.
yeah, this was forever ago. But we got a hotel room like connected to the venue. We got like we were got drunk in the room and partied around, and then we decided we want to be closer than the seats we got. And we wanted to be in the main area. So we printed out wristbands that looked like the wristbands that you buy, and we colored them with like eye makeup, like. And then what else did we do? We did something else.
Wait, did you get in?
We got in, and we like
The ghost?
when I got caught,
JT
she got
wristband.
in, and I got caught by a security guard. So I fought through him and ran into the crowd, and we stayed, and it was amazing.
And that was Base Nectar.
Face Nectar.
Follow-up question.
Mhm.
Is there a concert or a band that you've seen that you would be embarrassed to share that you've gone and seen them?
Uh, my first concert was Good Charlotte, so.
Mine was 98 Degrees.
Oh, 98 Degrees is great though.
So lame. Jessica Simpson opened.
Oh my gosh, that's amazing. I love that.
Is it? I'm
Yeah.
not embarrassed by that though. Are you embarrassed by Good Charlotte?
I'm trying to think of any other like I mean I really like Good Charlotte still.
I mean, they pulled Cameron Diaz and Nicole Richie, so
Yeah, yeah.
not that lame.
They're really cute. I don't know. I saw like
What? Who?
Angel
Who?
Bird, like good musician. I
Oh,
was very
aren't we that great as a person with music taste?
Wait, Dane, who did my dad see that's embarrassing? Owl City.
Oh my God, no! From Owatonna, Minnesota.
My dad goes to see concerts all the time still.
There, Owatonna is the town next to where my best friend Monica grew up.
What's the town she grew up in?
Medford.
Oh,
We have one, you take the exit and it's a McDonald's, and that's where everyone has worked in that town.
wow. That's I can't think of any embarrassing concerts, really.
I was forced to go to a Machine Gun Kelly show
I mean, that would
before
be kind of
it
fun.
was super popular. No, it was like downtown, like it must have been Minneapolis or St. Paul, one of those. It was like I went to Minnesota a lot during college, and it was
We
not
probably were at shows together or something.
the coolest concert I ever went to, though. It was probably my favorite is Monica and I were must have been like junior year of college. It was just like a random like Tuesday night, and Young the Giant was in town.
Oh, I bet that was cool.
Like, let's go. It was like $20. Went so fun.
Coolest concert. Rage Against the Machine was really good.
Fuck you.
I was in the front row. It was really dangerous, actually.
That's awesome.
And then the Mars Volta was really good. I'm trying to think. David Byrne was probably my favorite.
Look at you.
Talking Heads. Um,
So cool.
yeah, anyway.
All
Wow.
right.
Lots of
Let's
those.
go.
I need to go to concerts now.
I know. I just went to my first one since COVID when I was in Chicago. Like, so weird. Who was your most controversial celebrity crush?
I had to like think about it, but Johnny Depp probably. Because he's
Yes.
like not good, not a good person, but he's
Yeah, he falls into my type category though, so it definitely makes sense. Yeah.
tattooed older dad,
Divorced too.
divorced dad. Yeah.
All the details. Have dinner with your middle school nemesis or rewatch the movie you hate most every night for a week.
Rewatch movie. I had some really mean middle school people.
Same, but you're doing better than them now, so
Yeah, I am. They're all like procreating with like 12 kids in the same hometown, so I'm not
choices.
choices.
And then finally, what's your most cult-like behavior you're low-key proud of? Also, I don't like using low-key. This is from ChatGPT.
My worship of the talking heads, probably.
You do.
Yeah.
Tell us about your tradition.
Well, okay. My dad got me into Talking Heads because he played their records all the time. And I stole all of his records in college and put them up on my walls like a
Back girl.
psycho. Yeah. And then on Christmas every year or Christmas Eve, one of the two, depending on what our plans are, we blast Stop Making Sense, the live video performance, and we drink champagne and eat brie and dance around, and it's like a all day thing.
And I wish you a Merry Talking Heads Day.
It's always
Every
very fun.
past 3 years, I've been like, Happy Talking Heads Day.
I love your support for
Amazing.
it.
I love that that's your tradition, though. That's really fun.
It is
I do.
fun.
It's super fun.
Yeah.
Well, this episode was also really fun.
Yeah, it was.
Um,
I'm excited to hear more about what happens with Jared Leto and all the allegations. And I'm excited to watch Next Gen the rest of the season.
Yeah, same. And if you enjoyed this episode and want to hear more about these topics, make sure to like, follow, subscribe.
Rate review.
Yes, all the things. And yeah, thanks for joining.
Thanks for joining.
Bye.
Bye.
That was the quietest bye of my life. Okay. Goodbye.
Bye.